One of my favorite places to visit, actually two of my favorite places to visit, are rose gardens in Norwich, Connecticut. This one's called Chelsea, that we're seeing. And you notice the beds are surrounded by grass, which is a great idea because they can use the green manure when they widen the beds and incorporate that into the soil. Do not use chemical fertilizer. I don't advocate. Now your knockout or your new type shrub roses can tolerate chemical fertilizer, but you definitely have to use organic materials like green manures and regular manure for your roses. And of course, don't overdo that either. You could burn your roses if you use too much. Now, the collection, we're looking at the other favorite place of mine to visit around Father's Day, and that's Roger Williams Park. Their rose garden is wide open, as opposed to the one that's enclosed in Norwich, and it actually has 4 separate entrances, which includes a gazebo in the center where people can sit down, like I like to do, and take it all in. Now, the one at Rogers Park and the one in Chelsea still has a good collection of hybrid teas. Usually, like this one, they're double flowered and very sweet scented. Sometimes the breeding will lose the scent characteristic on the shrub type roses, which we're looking at now. Now, these are usually single flowered, but they are prolific bloomers. They continue to bloom. Very easy to maintain, don't require a great deal of insecticides because they're insect and disease resistant. Hybrid teas, on the other hand, would require some spraying to maintain the health of the plant. And you do have to maintain the health of these plants if you want to have continual blooming. Also, pruning is very important. You have to, you notice we're in raised beds here at Rogers Williams Park, and the reason for that is they like a lot of aeration, which means that you have to thin out your plants and prune them from time to time to make sure you get that type of aeration in between the plants. And that cuts down on the probability of getting a fungus or a rust. One of the worst is the black tar, which is usually a result of being near maple trees. And it's a good idea to keep your rose beds a good distance from those trees that are very vulnerable to both aphids and to the black tar fungus. Of course, these are very healthy plants. They're well maintained. And sometimes they'll use cocoa shells, which has a very nice sweet scent, as a mulch. They love mulches, and they like to be cultivated and weed-free. You have to keep your weeds out of your rose beds if you want a good flowering result for your efforts. Here we see other parts of the park, which I love to visit and usually do every year, as well as the rose garden. But my favorite, of course, is the rose garden. If you get a chance, check out our video on our website on how to prune roses.